Mic check, 1 2, mic check 1 2. Mic. Okay, we're good. All right, what's up? What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. How's it going? Got a lot to talk about. Big day today. Obviously, you guys have seen by this point. Well, of course, you've seen by this point. The show drops at 5 in the morning. But either way, the podcast officially out. You guys have seen. I actually just finished up uploading like 9 clips from the interview to YouTube. So if you guys want to check that out, today is like National DJ Swearinger Day on the Spurs Up Show. I'm going to be posting tons of clips on social media from that interview. So if you've not, I'll just say this. If you have not listened to that interview, if you've not listened to today's podcast, I break down Auburn obviously as well. But if you have not listened to that interview, I strongly suggest, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, DJ Swearinger joined me on the podcast that dropped today. That is officially out now. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. You can listen on YouTube. It's on the website, SpursUpShow.com. You can listen anywhere you get your podcasts. Legendary interview. Like I said, I just got done uploading like 9 clips to YouTube. So there's a bunch of cool clips on YouTube right now. And I'm going to be uploading tons of clips on social media from that Swearinger interview. So really, really good stuff. I'm still just like in awe. It's like surreal that I got to chat with DJ Swearinger. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you all tuning in. Obviously, we've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, this Auburn game is really, really big. Breaking down the Auburn game. I spent all day today on the podcast breaking down the Auburn game and giving my thoughts, my keys to the game, my key matchups, stuff like that. So, taking your questions, comments, everything else. Love to hear you guys' predictions. How you feeling? Everybody, it seems like, is picking South Carolina to get the upset this weekend. And I mean everybody. Like, I don't say that loosely. Like, sometimes we over-exaggerate things. Like, oh, everybody's saying this, everybody's saying that. I haven't seen a single person pick us to lose. As far as, like, guys that give picks and write for different whatever. I have not seen a single person pick South Carolina to lose this football game. So, I'll give my official prediction on tomorrow's show and tomorrow as a whole. And actually, if you listen to the Fade In podcast, I did give my official prediction. That'll probably drop today. So if you listen to Eric Kimmery's podcast, Fade In, was able to go. Shit. Hold on. Was able to go on Eric Kimmery's podcast, Fade In podcast. Really appreciate Eric having me on. That was a blast. Had a phenomenal time talking Gamecocks with him. So I did give my official prediction on Fade In. So if you want to hear it early, I think he said it'll probably come out midday today or something like that. So if you want to go tune into that, you can hear my prediction before Friday. So Carolina Titan, appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, the interview was incredible. I was truly a fan talking to DJ. It's like I tell people, like, you're reliving your favorite moments of your favorite team with the person who was in the middle of it, like who literally did it. Alex Mitchum, hey, Chris, going back to what you said the other day about the defense not having a month to practice, really, do you think that Carolina defense is actually good? It will improve more during the season. I think we have some pieces. I think the defense is close. It's getting there. I mean, there's some things you can build on. The secondary as a whole has just got to play better, though. The secondary has to step up and play better. So, what about the Braves last night? Yeah, thankfully, like I said, I was on Eric Kimmery's Fade In podcast, so I didn't have to sit through that and watch it. But, yeah, 11-0 at the first inning. That's reminded me a lot of that Cardinals game last year in the postseason. So, hopefully they can bounce back tonight. I mean, that's a big morale blow, but you're still up 2-1 in the series, man. Hopefully you can bounce back. You're still up 2-1 in the series. We'll see what happens. So, S. Jenkins, if both teams are that close, does Muschamp get out coached? You hope not. I feel good about Mike Bobo, what he's going to do offensively, the game plan and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see, but you hope. So, again, taking your questions, comments, calls as well, guys. If you do want to call in, I'll open up the phone lines, 843-790-3377. That's 843, and I'll put it here in the comments as well. 843-790-3377. That's going to be the number. So. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you have not checked out the podcast today, do yourself a favor. Again, I break down the Auburn game, keys to the game, key matchups, top storylines, all that good stuff like we do each and every single week. But the DJ Swearinger interview, I mean, an all-timer, the biggest interview in the history of my show, the biggest interview and the biggest conversation in the history of my business. I mean, is incredible. There's no other way to put it. Just absolutely incredible. It might sound weird to say, but I was telling other people, like, I haven't laughed and smiled that much in an interview in a long time. Like, again, you're just reliving all of your favorite moments with the guy who was in the middle of it. I mean, it was just incredible. It was just absolutely incredible. So, yeah. Appreciate the love and support from you guys. And honestly, because without you guys, I don't think something like that would be possible. I just don't think I'd be able to lock down an interview, reach out to DJ, get him to come on if we didn't have the support that we did, if TSUS did not have the support, the love, and the people that consume the content and share the content. And yeah, I really don't think it'd be possible. So thank you. So Joe Anders, your favorite DJ moment. I mean, flexing on Andre Ellington has to be it, right? The 2012 hit against Clemson. That has to be the moment. You know what I mean? He had great moments too. Don't get me wrong, but that hit was incredible. Like I said, I'm just giddy just talking about it and all clip. I'll share this. I'm about 12:30. I think I'm going to post this on social media. I'll share this clip with you guys though. So this is DJ. This is DJ talking about the Jadeveon Clowney, the hit against Michigan, and what Clowney told him moments before it happened. Listen to this. About a minute and a half long.
I was going to ask you about, because obviously game, respect game, and you're a guy, I mean, obviously you're known to lay the wood, but that Clowney hit, that's got to be one of the hardest hits you've ever seen.
Man, it was one of the hardest hits, but, a lot of people don't know this story, or everybody knows that we got, it was the 4th and 1. It was inches. They didn't get the first down.
Yeah, the BS on the fake punt. Yeah, Coach Spurrier losing his mind. Yeah.
It was clear as day. But right after that play, I walk up to Clowney. I'm like, bro, they go cheat us, bro. So they cheating us. So one of us got to make a play. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, don't worry about it. Watch this. And that was the exact next play. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't even know that. Like, that was only a conversation between me and him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, bro, they cheating us. Like, one of us got to go make a play. He was like, all right, don't worry about it. Watch this. And that play happened. And I remember I'm covering my man, and I just hear a car crash. And I look around. He's standing up with his arm folded. I'm like, man, what are you doing now? Like, it was like, and then I see the replay. I was like, bro, y'all know, I just went up to him and just like, bro, we got to make a play, and this man just go do that. Like, that was just one of the moments that, when the player cuts it on, like, he cut it on. Like when Clowney want to cut it on, he cut it on anytime. He can make a play anytime, man. So it was one of those big moments, man, huge moments in his career for sure. But it definitely gave us the edge we needed to win the game.
That is just one of the many electric clips from this interview. I mean, hearing that, no, we got this. Watch this. Yeah, J.D. Clowney, just a freak. I mean, an absolute beast. Yeah. So, as you can imagine, yeah, and, phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing, words don't describe. I mean, again, like I said, that is one of many clips. And like I said, I just put up a ton of clips on YouTube. So, I mean, obviously listen to the whole interview, but I've clipped it as well. And that's the reason I do that, is because people can see those specific clips if they want to watch it or whatever. And I like watching clips like that on YouTube from podcasts. So, but yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Hey, man, watch this. And J.D. Clowney, the next play is the hit. I mean, it's just wild. I mean, it's little stuff like that. Like I said, as fans, we don't know everything that happens behind the scenes and all the little intricacies, everything that happens and the stories and stuff like that. And just crazy. Just crazy. Christian Carver, we need that defensive swag we had from 10 to 13. So if you go listen to the interview, he talks about that too. He talks about that goon squad mentality. And, I'll say this, it starts with having really, really good players, because you can't have swag if you're not really good, if you're not dominant. And he talked about that was their mentality as far as being dominant, dominating every single opponent they play. And, I want our guys to have that swag as well. But you also, I see people complaining about it, and I understand why. you got some of our guys flexing on guys and we're down 21 points. Or you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that is not swag. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't want to see that. But I agree, playing with a high level of confidence, being like almost that level between swag and cocky. Like that's what those defenses, they knew they were good. They knew they were going to dominate their opponent. So Solo Bowen, I really hope Bama and Georgia play Saturday. I think they'll probably end up playing. I know Saban, everything's been crazy this week with the COVID stuff, whatever. But yeah, Jerry Withrow, better hair, Garcia or Hill? I would say you got to go with Garcia, man. I mean, I like Colin Hill a lot, and I think his hair is phenomenal, but got to give a shout out to the GOAT, man. That's Garcia is the OG of it. Well, really, Steve Tannehill's the OG of it, but I got to give the nod to Garcia. Trip Roach, is this Muschamp's best defense? I mean, I would say no. Look at 2017. That 2017 defense, they got all those turnovers, man, until maybe talent-wise, maybe across the board talent-wise, maybe it's the best, but it's hard to say it's the best if they don't put up those numbers that 2017 defense did. You know what I mean? So you got to give the nod to that 17 defense, I think. So Jerry Withrow says, hope plays Garcia. He'll play like Garcia. Yeah, the good version. Hopefully he does not play like Auburn Steven Garcia. Put it that way. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Taking your questions, comments, calls, guys. If you do want to call in as well, 843-790-3377. I believe. Yeah, open it up. Okay, yes. If you want to call in, you're more than welcome. Solo Bowen, Mike Bobo's been great play calling, except when he wants to pass 3 times in a row. But other than that, I love the play calls. Yeah, we talked about Mike Bobo a lot, too, when I went on the Fade In podcast with Eric Kimry. I have been pleasantly pleased, pleasantly surprised, I would say. I mean, if you'd told me at any point this season we would be averaging 30 points per game, I'd have told you were crazy. I just didn't see it. I just thought with the lack of weapons, you lose Marshawn Lloyd, you have a brand new quarterback, brand new OC. Is the offense going to click? Again, I know you're 1-2, you're not where you want to be, but I think the offense through 3 games has definitely held up their end of the bargain and been much, much better than I expected. I mean, you're averaging 30 points per game and you have 1 wide receiver. And I mean, that's no disrespect. I'm not trying to diss the other guys. Like, I know Xavier Leggett's a solid option, but like your weakness is wide receiver. Like, there's no getting around it. Like, the wide receiver position is very much an area of weakness, and you lose your top guy that you think is going to be your stud running back, and you're still averaging 30 points per game. Kudos. I mean, I tipped the cap to Mike Bobo. I truly didn't expect it. I tipped my cap to him. So, Christian Carver, Georgia gave up -1 in rushing against Tennessee last week, and they have a great run defense. Yeah, they have a great defense as a whole. Georgia, I think, probably is the best defense in the entire country. Third down defense is good as hell. Yeah, 19% conversion rate for third down defense. That's what South Carolina is holding their opponents to best in the SEC. So, got to continue to do it. I want to see us. You got to continue. That's one of my keys to the game. This is win third down. Because we've been great on third down. Auburn's been terrible. They're giving up 56% conversion rate. So if we can stay on the field, really demoralize their defense, convert third downs, and then get them off the field on third down, continue. I want to see us, and we talked about this again on Fade In. I know I keep referencing it, but being more aggressive in the early downs, first down, second down, getting Auburn behind the sticks, getting Auburn in a third and long, and making them predictable, making them one-dimensional. Make them throw it. Make Bo Nix beat you on third and long. Pin your ears back. I think you're going to have a high level of success if you can do that. So, Trip Roach, Bobo has leveled the run and pass very well. That's why we're averaging 30. Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, again, I know it's early. We still got a lot of season left to go. I feel like for the first time in a while, like we're going into a big game, and I feel like I know what our identity is. I know what we want to do offensively. Like I know what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to establish the run the football, get the ball in Kevin Harris's hands, and use the run to open up the pass. I really feel like for the first time in forever, like I said, we have an identity. We have a semblance of an identity. I think that's why you're seeing the offensive success. Look, Carter Harris, our third down defense is currently the best in the league. We need the defense to continue to show up against Auburn. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, secondary's got to play well. That's, again, one of my big keys. You got to get pressure with 4. It's not just about getting pressure with Bo Nix. You know your secondary struggling right now, especially at the safety position. They've got weapons on the outside. You look at Seth Williams, who's a big-time NFL guy. You look at Eli Stove. You look at Anthony Schwartz. You look at Tank Bigsby out of the backfield. They have weapons offensively. I mean, I know they're struggling. Chad Morris's offense has been awful. Bo Nix has been erratic, but they do have weapons on the outside. But what helps a struggling secondary? A great pass rush. A great pass rush is what helps a struggling secondary. If you can get Bo Nix with 4 guys and not, I mean, I'm not saying don't ever blitz, obviously, dial up, whatever. But if you can get to Bo Nix with 4 guys, not put your guys on an island on the outside, it's going to do wonders. And I think, again, you're going to have a very high level of success if you can do that defensively. Savannah Webster, Alabama, Georgia prediction. Sorry, no, you're good. I haven't said it. So I had the under in this game. I don't know. The whole thing with Nick Saban kind of throws me for a loop. I'm still going to go Alabama 23-20 at home. I think they find a way to get the job done. Let's see. Phil Carter Harris, we must get after Bo Nix. Pressure and have him throw the ball up to JC. Yeah, again, he's shown he's erratic. I think he's shown he's kind of that gunslinger mentality. He's going to Houston Rockets GM stepping down. Okay, who cares? He's shown that he'll kind of give the ball up. So, but yeah, again, getting after Bo Nix, because like I said, I think he's that gunslinger mentality. I think he'll give it up to you, and I think you can get the ball off him a few times. So we need to get as many picks as we can. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd love to pick off every pass he throws. I mean, but realistically, if you can get it off him 2 or 3 times, I mean, that'd be a great day. 2 or 3 picks, that'd be a phenomenal day. Brian Welch, say we are successful because of Mike Bobo. He won't stay at the offensive coordinator here forever. Then as soon as he leaves, Muschamp goes right back to his terrible offensive game plans. Then what? Again, you're speaking way down the road. We need to just beat Auburn this weekend. I mean, you kind of cross that bridge when you get to it, man. I mean, I agree. And Bobo said, or excuse me, God. Eric Kimry said this last night on the Fade In podcast. He believes Mike Bobo is the best hire Will Muschamp has ever made, period. Offensive, defensive, anything. The best hire he's ever made, period. So, yeah, I agree. It's of utmost importance to keep him. Question, it's very much of utmost importance to keep him. But again, you got to cross that bridge when you get to it, man. A lot of coaches move and stuff like that, and what happens, whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Solo Bone is Mook playing this weekend. As far as I know, I would have said I expect he's playing. Ethan says 27-24 South Carolina. Yeah, again, I saw somebody pick South Carolina to win 33-20. How about that? That'd be a hell of a win. Hell of a win. So all right. Again, taking you guys' questions, comments, calls. If you haven't done, check out the podcast today. Episode 297, obviously breaking down the Auburn game, but the interview with DJ Swearinger, phenomenal stuff. Like I told you guys, today is probably going to be like National DJ Swearinger Day on the Spurs Up Show pages because, normally, I put up like 2 clips from the interview and then 2 clips of me talking, stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? Today, I'm putting up nothing but DJ Swearinger clips, and I'll save all my clips breaking down the game for tomorrow when I give my prediction and stuff like that, because give the people what they want. And honestly, these clips are just too awesome not to share them. So, I'll definitely be sharing the clips from the specific clips I know I'm going to share on social media today. The 2012 hit against Clemson, without a doubt. The 2012 Arkansas game sequence of events. DJ giving his thoughts on the state of the program, and then this clip I'm actually about to post it. What Jadeveon Clowney told DJ moments before the hit. So, yep. Let's see. Joe Anders, Des Kitchens is doing a heck of a job so far too. Yeah, no, for sure. Jack Trailer, how about fall baseball? Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, unlike last year, I'm not out at the scrimmages, which I hate. It's not by choice. They're not allowing anybody in there. Did watch Mark Kingston's presser or his media availability, whatever. So I mean, it's really tough to say as far as like a starting 9 or rotation, but I loved hearing we got guys with some velo now. But it sounds like everything's going well. Again, I don't have much from fall baseball or anything, but yeah. So SEC football too. What's up, man? How in the world do you manage to get Gamecock greats on your show? I got to know. Just honestly, man, just reach out to them via social media. And, I've been blessed enough to, and I think it helps to, you build positive momentum in the sense of, you get these guys on, and you get more guys on, you get more guys on. And so they start seeing their teammates on, they get familiar with it. And, I like to think guys see that when I bring former players or whoever on my show, like it's a comfortable, relaxed conversation. Like I'm not trying to throw them curveballs or out to get them to say something that, what I'm saying? Like it's just really cool, casual, fun conversation. And I'd like to think the guys that have come on my show would say the same. So really just honestly, I just reach out to them via social media. And like I said, I probably DM'd DJ Swearinger like 5 or 6 times over the last couple of years and finally came to a point where he responded. And, I'm blessed that he did. I mean, it was awesome, man. I don't know if you've listened to it yet, but I'm sure obviously you're on YouTube a ton. You see all the clips I just posted on YouTube, but it was phenomenal, man. I mean, it's just truly a blessing. I mean, there's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. It was a blessing. So yeah, I mean, I would say, dude, reach out via social media. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Reach out to them via social media. Just let them know, hey, you'd love to chat or whatever, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, I mean, that was, that was the biggest interview in the history of my business, the history of my show. I mean, just incredible. Absolutely incredible. I mean, listen, I know there are people out there that are not a fan of me. They don't like me. They may say things about me that are true, untrue. They think I'm the worst human being on the planet, whatever. But this is a must listen for any Gamecock fan. Like, love or hate me, if you don't listen to this interview, you're doing yourself a disservice. I mean, you really, really are. So that's what I would say. Yeah, Solo Bo and ESPN talking about Coastal being better than us. Yeah, dude, stop. Just stop. I mean, dude, I'm as critical as anybody. That's just a foolish comment. So. Travis Ruel, hopefully DJ Swearinger could put some fire under our secondary. I mean, yeah, if you listen to his comments, and he talked about it a little bit. Now, I will say this, again, for those that maybe have not tuned in, DJ, and those that have tuned in, you can attest to this. DJ was very, 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 very brutally honest on his thoughts on the current state of the program. And let me just say he's not exactly thrilled with how things are going. And I mean, you can tell the thing that really stood out to me talking to DJ and that I was so impressed with, because guys, there's some guys, they go to the league, they went to school there, but it's like, whatever. DJ loves the University of South Carolina. There's no question. He loves the University of South Carolina. Absolutely 110%. He keeps up with it. Like, he knows his Gamecocks. He knows it. And again, he was very brutally honest about what his thoughts on the program are right now and the standard and the culture and stuff like that. So, again, that's, and I put that clip on YouTube as well. And that's something I'm going to be sharing on social media. It's actually a really long clip. It's like 10 minutes, but I'm going to put that entire 10-minute video on Instagram, because obviously you can upload videos that long, because I think it's something people need to watch. I think it's something people need to hear. So, LeBeau, any games tonight? Braves play at 8 o'clock. There's Georgia State, Arkansas State at 7:30. So, old Jamias Williams and Sean Elliott getting after. Savannah Webster, did you ask him about the Twitter incident? If you're talking about the incident where he commented on the Gamecock Football Instagram page, yes, I did. He went into full detail of that, the message he was trying to convey, what he meant, what he was saying. So, like I said, tune in the interview. You'll hear it. That's towards the end of the interview, but yeah, we definitely got into that. So, Phil Carter Harris, Coastal's offense was fun to watch last night. All the misdirection was wild. Yeah, I didn't get to see a ton of the game, like I said, because I was talking with Eric Henry. But it was Coastal. I mean, they're not a bad team. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but to act like they're world beaters and will beat South Carolina, it's like, dude, give me a break. Come on. Dakota Lee center fight. Yeah, I saw the hate against you yesterday on Twitter and got called a piece of crap for supporting you, dude. I just got to laugh it off. I mean, it's all funny. I got nothing but love for Gamecock fans and whether they like me or dislike me, but. Dude, you got to just laugh at some point. There's, I've muted probably like 200 accounts on Twitter, so I don't see it really anymore. But obviously, I couldn't help it with that tweet and kind of going through. But there's just some people that are just miserable and they just want to hate. They hate. I mean, and the funny thing is, if you asked most of them, why do you hate this man? They would either one, not even know why, or two, they would make something up that's not true. So I mean, who cares? Like, it really doesn't matter. I mean. If you don't have people hating on what you're doing, you're not doing it right, really, to be honest with you. So, again, Miss Lou Choir, what's going on? Does our special teams even have a clue? Yeah, special teams has been an adventure, so I'm hoping it gets better. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, SEC football, too. Some people don't like me either, but I'm sure if I interviewed you, which I plan to do in the future, any former player, they'd watch, listen. Yeah, dude, you just got to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, be true to yourself. Your thing. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't. And that's what I told Eric Kimmery last night. We talked a little bit about it on this show. Listen, you give a ton of opinions. Some are going to land and some just aren't. Some people aren't going to like it, so it is what it is. You keep it moving. You stay true to yourself. And, I got a small group of people. My circle is very small. And honestly, as long as my friends and family and that small circle I keep around me approve of me and, love me and whatever, I don't really care what anybody on any damn social media platform has to say. I could not give a damn less. I mean, I run a business. I have plenty of things that keep me busy, plenty of things I need to be putting my energy into that I choose to put my energy into. And Twitter banter with Joe Schmo 87 that has 4 followers is not something worth my time or energy or headspace. So we just keep it moving. We just keep it moving, Just do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. So I'll tell you this. The thing I said, too, on the podcast last night, I say it's nothing but love for Gamecock fans, even the ones who have said, like, the worst things about me, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, which is to see our team win. That's all we want. Now, we might have different opinions on how to get there, and we might disagree a lot of the times, but we all want the same thing at the end of the day. That's the bottom line. We all want to see the same thing. So, is what it is. Whatever. It's all good. Makes it fun. Honestly, the banter makes it pretty fun. Samantha Webster, yes, Coastal won last night on a last-second field goal. Solo bonus, crazy. We had Shaw, Debo, Edwards all in the same year. We didn't have a great offense. Yeah, it's kind of maddening. And you had Hayden Hurst, by the way. Brian Welch, Amy Chadwell's another name to look at if Muschamp doesn't work out. When I was playing baseball at Charleston Southern, the football program was absolutely terrible. He came in and changed the culture immediately and won 2 Big South titles in 3 years. Now he's got Coastal rolling. I mean, could be a name. Jamie Chadwell could be a name for sure. He's done good things. Done good things with that Coastal program for sure. SEC football, too. I had some Gamecock fans think I'm harsh or not a real fan. I love this team to death, but I'm not going to say we're winning a national championship. We're going 15-0 every year. And it's like, yeah, no, I agree with you 110%. And, it's – I don't know. I don't want to – keep going into it because I know you guys probably would rather talk about Auburn or talk about that DJ Swearinger interview, talk about whatever. But just because you're critical doesn't mean you're not a real fan. You just see things for what they are. And again, there are fan pages, and I'm not calling anybody out. There are fan pages out there, and there are other shows out there that are cookie cutter. They'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. They don't want to have the bold opinion. They don't want to go out on a limb and say this and that. Why are they not? Why are they not where they want to be? Why are they not doing it for a living? Why are they not getting paid to do it? Because they're boring. Bottom line, you might think people want to, people think they only want to hear what they want to hear. They don't. People want to be challenged. I really believe people want to be challenged. They want to have to think critically. They want banter. So what's worse than hated? Being boring and nobody caring what you have to say. So the people that were hating yesterday on Eric Kimmery bringing me on the Fade In podcast, they're just mad they didn't get invited to go on the Fade In podcast. That's really what it comes down to. Again, I don't want to keep diving into this. We could have a whole podcast though, talking about this because it's funny. It's crazy. It's crazy. The the dynamic. But dude, I don't give a damn, to be honest with you. Really don't. Let's see. Tony Stockman, bring your show up to Seneca. We're 5 minutes from Clemson. We'd love to have Carolina talk that way. Great show. Yeah. So actually, it's funny you say that. Obviously this year everything happened and went crazy. I'd love to do like a TSUS road tour, if you will. Like do a live show across, kind of like almost how like the Gamecock Club does like remote whatever all across the state. Like I'd love to do like a live show or live interview or live whatever. Do one like in the upstate. Do one in Columbia, obviously. Do one in Charleston. Do one in North Augusta. Do one or Aiken or whatever. Do one in Myrtle Beach. Like go all across the state. Like I think it'd be cool to interact with people all across the state, and obviously it would help I think it would help the show and help the brand as far as getting out there even more. So, Brian Welch, how about the biased commentators and Fox pre and post game crew just basically becoming Dodgers fans in the LCS? Yeah, they're all picking the Dodgers, and that's the national brand. And I whatever. I really don't pay much attention to it. It really doesn't bother me. Like, whatever. If they want the Dodgers to win, who gives a damn? Whatever, screw them. Marion R26 DJ interview was awesome. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was awesome to do. Trust me, it's a blessing. Like seriously, it was incredible. Words don't do it justice. The last time I felt that way interviewing somebody was probably Ace Sanders. Like that, and it's just like one of those things where like, wow. So, SEC football too. Ever plan on doing a show with Debo Samuel? Would love to see that. Yeah. So I have slid in Debo's DMs on multiple occasions, and he's actually DM'd me back, but just hasn't been able to make it happen. I don't know. I mean, I know he's a busy guy, and what it is, but obviously, pretty much everybody you could think of that's a big time player, especially that I haven't had on. I have contacted them. I have DM'd them. I've tried. Like I'm going to continue to try. I'm going to continue to try and express interest and see if I can get them on. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Debo. I'd love to talk to Debo though. Would love to talk to Debo. Solo going doing in North Augusta, please. I'd definitely pull up. Yeah, so I'm actually from North Augusta, so that would be awesome to do. Do one in the hometown. I don't know where we would do it because in North Augusta, like, is there like I'm trying to think. Like, is there a big bar? I mean, where are we gonna do it? Do it from the Ruby Tuesdays? Like, I mean. Like, where are we going to do it? So Aiken might be up. I don't know. I mean, and I wouldn't want to do it in Augusta. I just too many Georgia fans. Brian Welch, you ever try to get in touch with George Rogers? Again, yes, I have. It's a little bit tougher to get in touch with George, but yeah, definitely. I've definitely tried to. So we'll continue. Like I said, we'll continue to try. Travis Royal, Brandon Bennett, another game legend. What about him? Yeah, so I've had Brandon on the show. Had him on the show, I think, fall of last year. There's a lot of guys, too, I've had on the show that people forgot I've had. Like, I've had Connor Shaw. I've had Steven Garcia twice. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah. I had Connor Shaw on way back 2018. It's been a long time. Oh, yeah, we could do Hammond's Ferry, yeah. Do it from Manuel's or something. I don't know. Find the space. We'll figure that out. But yeah, that's something. Maybe 2021. Maybe we'll do that. Kind of go around the state and let's do these different shows. That's something I would love to do. So maybe like during the summer too, especially because there'll be no sports going on. We'll be able to. Yep. Let's see. Ruby Tuesday in North Augusta. Let's see. Travis Rowell, how do we listen to these podcasts again? So if you just go back to the iTunes feed and you scroll back, it should be on there. I mean, I'll look right now. I'm pretty positive though, if you go to the iTunes feed, you're gonna find it. So let's see. I'm gonna see how far back. They should go back to pretty much the first episode ever. But I think there might be a few in the beginning that got cut off. Yeah. So the episodes go all the way back to September of 2017, which that was definitely not the first episode, but I started the show in April of 2017 and the first, so yeah, because October 2017, you're seeing episode 24. So 22, 22, 21, 29. So episode 19 is where it starts on that. So, I mean, you can literally go all the way back. And I didn't really start doing the interviews until like full time or not full time. I didn't start doing them consistently though. Like the first big interview I had was January 2018. I had Steven Garcia. And then February 2018, I had Michael Roth. And then we started kind of getting rolling. Trey Dyson, Barrett Salee. When did I start doing them? I had Bill McDonald, the head golf coach. You had Ryan Helinski. Okay. Yeah. So August of 2018, I would say, is when I really started doing the interviews twice a week. So yeah. So, I had Tori Gurley. Yes, you go down the list. I mean, yeah, September 19th, 2018, episode 60, Connor Shaw. That's where you can listen to that one. October 17th, 2018, I had Steven Garcia again. So Derek Scott, Eric Kimry, Perry Orth, Vel Newton, Corey Boyd, Eric Norwood. I mean, again, the list just goes on and on. So yeah, I'd love to get Garcia back on. Now, Garcia is always a great conversation. He's a legend, obviously. So, LeBron, you played sports for North Augusta. Yeah, I played baseball for North Augusta. And I actually played some high school golf my freshman year, believe it or not. Dakota Lee Center fight, I think Carolina wins 27-20. Harris is another big day on the ground. Harris takes care of the ball and doesn't have a turnover. Yeah, I think we feed the ball. Stick with what's working. Give the football to Kevin Harris. You can depend on him. I think, again, it feels good. I kind of feel like I know what our identity is. Like, I know we want to run the football. I know we want to win at the point of attack, be physical. But, yeah, give the football to Kevin Harris. Again, it's worked so far. And, obviously, I think you got to think Kevin is playing with as much confidence as anybody on that football team. So, continue to grind it out. Give him the football and use the run to open up the pass. I'll feel good about that for sure. Kind of Warrior, what's up, man? We'll beat Auburn and LSU. You watch. Both look bad and beatable. South Carolina 31, Auburn 28. South Carolina 35, LSU 24. Yeah, I mean, if you beat Auburn, you open up a whole new world of possibilities for this season. You open up and again, I'll give my official prediction on tomorrow's podcast. I don't want to spoil it yet. But again, I feel good about this game. I'm optimistic. It's a huge opportunity. It's a massive opportunity, and it's one of those games, and I said this on the podcast, and I said this on Kimry's podcast, and I'll probably say this again on the show tomorrow. If you're going to justify to me the program is headed in the right direction, this is one of those games you got to be able to get. This is one of those games you just got to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, home game. Again, I know it's not a packed 80,000 stadium, but you get them at home, national TV on ESPN. Auburn's a top 15 team, but is Auburn really the 15th best team in the country? Probably not. But you have a lot of positive momentum. You're coming off a big win against Vandy. I know it was Vandy, but you still have a lot of positive momentum and confidence as a team. Meanwhile, Auburn is scuffling. You got to take advantage in this scenario. You got to take advantage of this opportunity. You have to. You just have to. Let's see. Carter Harris, have you reached out to Spurrier? I have not. I have not reached out. Well, actually, I don't really know how to reach out to Spurrier, but I'd love to reach out to Spurrier, obviously. So did you have Coach Lynn? Yeah, shout out Kevin Lynn, man. Yeah. Oh, actually, when I played, I didn't, but I came back in 2000. What was it? 2013 or no, 2012, I think. Yeah, I came back and coached I helped coach for a year, and Kevin Lynn was on staff. But yeah, Kevin's a good buddy of mine. Brian Welch, it's about time for Parker to bang another game winner through the sticks. Gamecocks win 34-31. And yeah, that's the type of game I think it'll be. It'll come down to the wire. I think it'll be a field goal game. I think it's true. I look at this game very similarly how I looked at Tennessee. Toss-up game, big opportunity at home. I see it very similar. I think it will come down to the wire for sure. So, Travis Roll, must win, have to have this one, period. Yeah, like I said, it's a must win. It's just one of those games where, I talked about this in the note that came out today. Coaches and programs have moments where they win a game and it kind of feels like you break through, you know what I mean? Or you turn the corner per se. This is one of those games. You just have to break through, man. Because how many opportunities are you going to get like this? You know what I'm saying? So you got to break through. I think you've got a great chance to do it. Auburn's a very beatable team. This is a very one. Hey, even in the preseason, I said that I thought this game would be extremely close. I had 16-13 as the final. Now, I think it'll be higher scoring than that. But, Auburn's a very beatable football team. So, very beatable. Very, very beatable. Travis, well, Kentucky was hanging with Auburn most of the game. I mean, Auburn could easily be 0-3 right now. So you just have to take advantage. Like I said, you got to be able to take advantage. Like I said, guys, taking your questions, comments. If you do want to call in as well, you can. So, yeah, taking your questions, comments, everything else. Sorry, guys, just reading something real quick. All right, sorry about that. Let's see. Bruce Atkins, Birch is a player. Kid is earning more playing time. Going to be fun watching him the next few years. Yeah, no, I agree. Jordan Birch is a stud. We talked about him a lot last night, obviously, because Kemery coached him. Yeah, I think Birch is a stud, man. I'm excited for the future of Jordan Birch. I hope they continue to put him out there, continue to use him. Yeah, he's going to make a lot of big plays. We're said and done at Carolina, no question. Let's see. Carolina Warriors 6-4 is my record for us, beating Vandy, Auburn, LSU, Mizzou, Ole Miss, and Kentucky. It would be crazy earlier, but now it's a realistic goal. Dude, I will be elated, ecstatic if we finish 6-4. I mean, I will just, I mean, well, I'm going to write Will Muschamp an apology note first things first if we do that. So that'd be fun. But I hope that happens. That's what I want to see happen, honestly. Britton _ Bellamy. Who's covering Seth Williams? It's got to be JC. I think it'll be JC on Seth Williams all day. I tell you what, that's a matchup. I don't know if they'll throw JC's way. I mean, I doubt it, but that is going to be a matchup. If you can, you should watch because that's going to be two NFL guys going at it. Like both those dudes, no question, are going to be playing on Sundays. That's going to be a really, really fun one. Austin Amick, too bad Tank didn't come to us. I mean, you got Marshawn Lloyd though, so I mean, it's fine. Whatever. Here's what it is. Marion R26, you got to get Gunner Stockton on. That is something I'm working on. Yes, I would love to get Gunner on. Brian Welch, I've been following Tank this season. How's he doing at Auburn this year? He did really well in their last game against Arkansas. They rushed for over 200 yards as a football team, so he had a big day in that. So, I mean, Tank Bigsby is a good player. Like he's there's a reason he was a highly regarded recruit. Like he's a good football player. So, but I'm happy honestly with the stable of backs. The trade-off. They get Tank, we get Marshawn. Like I'm happy with that trade. Happy with that trade. So WB Prof, and I got here late. Apologies. I read an article about all college teams to be bowl eligible. Is this the case? Yeah, apparently that's the case. I mean, like they're going to be all like how's that going to work? Like I don't know. I saw that, so I think it's confirmed. All teams will be bowl eligible, I guess, no matter what. So, but like, dude, if you go 0, can you imagine an 0-10 team going to a bowl game? Like, I don't think I'd want to go. Like, Robbie Jennings is 24 going to play this week. I'd assume so, unless you've heard something else. Maybe I know Muschamp isn't talking injuries, but I have a feeling he'll be asked about it tonight on the call-in show. So as far as I know, he's playing. So I surely hope so. As far as I know. You're taking your questions, comments, everything else. We'll talk Auburn if you guys want to hear more about the Swearinger interview. But again, if you haven't done so, if you have not listened to the podcast today, obviously I break down Auburn, keys the game, key matchups, all that good stuff. Obviously, very excited for that game. But that DJ Swearinger interview, do yourself a favor and go listen to that. Awesome, just awesome stuff. If just incredible conversation. One of the best, if not the best, that I've ever had on my show. I mean, the biggest interview I've had in the history of my business by far. So, Carolina Titan, I see Van has overtaken Dak on the depth chart. Hopefully he plays well this week. Yeah, we just need other weapons outside of Shaw to step up. You need weapons on the outside to step up. Savannah Webster, 2-8 versus 3-7. What a barn burner that would be. Yeah, I mean, I think it just get to a point where you're like, dude, we don't want to play. No, we don't want to play. So, LeBowen, pregame show still 11 to 11:30. Yeah, so thank you. Another quick reminder. Watch Party Saturday, Overtime Bar and Grill, the same exact schedule we've had for the past 2 weeks because we've had noon games. So another noon game, doors open at 11, kickoff at noon. I'll be going live here on the Daily Crow, pregame and postgame. Pregame 11 to 11:30, which will be obviously like you guys are seeing YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And then postgame, immediately following the game, I'll go live for 10 or 15 minutes or so. But yeah, still doing the pregame show. Going to do it for every single game this season. So it should be on the video or whatever, the event or whatever you call it's created. So if you go look, it is created. You can see it on there already made. So yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. USC Insider just finished watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate the love, support. Solo Bowen wins our next noon game. Hopefully never. You got LSU at 4, A&M's at 7:30. I could see Ole Miss. It depends on how the season goes, too. I mean, if we go on a tear and we start winning every game, we're not going to get many noon games. You have a bad season, you have a bad team, you get a lot of nooners. So that's kind of how it goes. SEC football, too. Again, appreciate your love, support, man. Checking out the interview, checking out everything else. Really, really good stuff. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, dude, doing it was incredible. Doing the interview was incredible. So, Savannah Webster, A&M, yes, 7:30. That's at home. So that's at Williams-Brice. That is, so that is after the bye week. So we got, excuse me, hold on. No, hold on. Yeah, okay, never mind, my bad. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. So we've got the bye week after LSU. So that's Halloween weekend. Our bye is on Halloween. So, can we please beat Texas A&M? Yeah, I agree. It's getting so brutal losing those guys. Carolina Titan, those interviews like Swearinger and TJ Gurley gives you a better understanding of the confident mindset of the defense from 2010 to 2013. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, it was a different level of swagger, of confidence, of, I mean, just the standard those guys played with. I mean, it just really, you hear it and it just speaks volumes. You know what I mean? You can't help but just hear it and be like, wow, the level at which they played, the standard at which they kept themselves at was something else. Crazy. It's awesome. I mean, there's a reason they won all those games. There's a reason those defenses were so damn good. So, I mean, even you guys, I don't know if you guys saw it, even the clip that I posted on Twitter this morning, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, promoting the show of, I mean, DJ Swearinger telling me that when he was on the recruit, or he was being recruited, and he told Dabo Swinney to his face he'd never lose to Clemson. Just that type of story is just God, it's just so awesome. It's incredible. It's just like I said, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Phil Carter here's the bowl committees will choose teams like Carolina, whose fans will travel and buy tickets. Even if Carolina only wins one game, I bet to a cool bowl. It's possible. It's very much possible. Tyler Knoll, DJ still plays the same energy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's just that's Jungle Boy swag. 2 spoons. That's who he is. Yep. Clowney said it too. Yeah, Clowney said it too. It was just crazy to hear. DJ said that in spring of 2009. So South Carolina hadn't even started the streak yet. Hadn't even started the streak. And he straight up told Dabo, I will never lose to Clemson while I'm there. And sure enough, he was good on his word. So Bowen, I feel like it take the good part about bowl games, though. There's really no point in playing since every team's getting in. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Brian Welch, I remember you saying something earlier about traveling for the show. If you come to Charleston more, I'll be there. Buy you a shot, and we'll cheers for the Spurs Up show, the Gamecocks and the haters. I'm game. I'd love to, honestly. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to travel across the state and do live shows, and we interviews, or we do like a live stream, or we can do a Q&A. I mean, there's a lot of different ways. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways you can do something like that. So I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be really fun. But yeah, for sure, I'll let that. And that's going to be a 2021 thing, and it's kind of off in the distance a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I think that'd be a really, really good time. You can interact with people, meet new people, and travel across the state. I think that'd be cool. So got under 10 minutes, guys. Under 10 minutes. The second we get off of this live stream, I'm going to post that DJ Swearinger clip that I played for you guys earlier. Him talking about JD Clowney and whatever, but yeah, really appreciate the love, support. Like I said, I owe it to you guys. I really don't think those type of interviews would be possible if we didn't have the support and you guys that consume the content and share it and just make it pop. I mean, really, it makes a difference. So it makes a difference, and I think to get a guy like DJ Swearinger, a legitimate legend on, you got to have a legitimate operation. And the people that support and show love and share the content, like I said, watch it and consume it, that's that. You guys do that. So I appreciate it, for real. I appreciate that. I mean, it's getting to talk to a guy like DJ. I mean, a true living legend. I mean, really a true living legend. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Just phenomenal. Incredible. So absolutely incredible. Let's see. A couple more minutes, guys. Taking your questions, comments. You guys want to talk Auburn? You guys want to talk Auburn? How you feeling? How you feeling going in this game? A lot of people, basically everybody's picking South Carolina to get the upset. What do you guys think? What do you guys think as far as this game? I'm excited. I'm as excited as I've ever been for a South Carolina game in a while, at least. I mean, it's a huge opportunity, obviously. And so I'm pumped, but I'm also a little bit anxious. It's like I said, it's a love-hate thing with everybody picking us to get the upset, because I hate it, because it's like, oh my gosh, like now, these expectations, like we're expected to win. It seems like we're expected to win. So I guess I kind of hate it in that regard, but I do love it in the sense of it feels good to be picked to win. Like it feels good to people are looking at a big game like this against a ranked opponent and are saying South Carolina is going to get the job done. Like that feels good. That feels good to me. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. You know what I'm saying? It's a massive opportunity for our guys, a massive opportunity for the ball team. Will Muschamp. Again, it's just a huge, huge opportunity. So I'm excited. Phil Carter Harris, imagine DJ as our secondary coach after he retires from the NFL Goon Squad 2.0. He'd be tough. He'd be tough for sure. He would demand excellence. I think it'd be cool, though. I think it'd be awesome. So UFC Insider, catch the damn ball, and then we can win and don't miss tackles. Yeah, tackling is definitely going to be of key importance this week because, again, Auburn's got guys who are slippery. They've got athletes on the outside. They've got legitimate playmakers. You've got to be sound in tackling this week. You've got to be sound in tackling. SEC football too. I hope we win. Understatement of the century, sir. I hope we win too. Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game either way. Like I said, guys, I really look at this game the same exact way I looked at Tennessee. I think it's a true toss-up game. Auburn's obviously got their issues, and I think South Carolina, again, I know it was Vandy, but at least you finally got something to feel good about. Like, you have some positive momentum. You have some confidence a little bit now going into this game. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it, no question. WB Profit, how important is tight end play this week with the run game getting better? Yeah, I mean, you need to use Nick Muse. Again, all the weapons you can use, and especially Nick Muse in the running game as well, blocking. Tight end play will be key. Tight end play is just big in Mike Bobo's offense, period. So, yeah, it's going to be a massive importance. A guy like Nick Muse having a good game this weekend. Tyler Noel, I feel like I'm getting my hopes up just to be let down once again, but I do think we will get it done this weekend. This is a season-changing game. Yeah. I agree. Yep. I agree. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like you're at the point right now, this game, your season is going to go one of two ways. Either you're going to win this game and get a bunch of positive momentum, even more, and you're going to find a way to get to 5 wins and all is happy in Gamecock land, or you're going to lose and you're going to be left scratching your head, have a ton of question marks, and probably be staring what I predicted 3-7 right in the face. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think this is a huge game for this season, for this program, for Will Muschamp. Yeah, for sure. So, Brian Welch, for the pregame post where you put the Gamecock logo and opponent logo over a GIF, go back to the WWE edits like you did last year. I would love to see Stone Cold Steve Austin handing an Auburn logo to a Stone Cold Stunner Saturday morning. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I try to mix it up. That was fun, though. Those are really fun, I think. So, yeah, I'll try to mix it up. For sure. SEC football too. My preview and prediction video, I explained my thoughts, but I'll tell you some here. The game will come down to who has the best time of possession. We're better at that. Yeah, I mean, obviously staying on the field, that's why one of my keys to the game was win third down. Staying on the field, getting them off the field. I mean, it might sound obvious as a given, but when you look at these teams on third down, South Carolina best in the SEC, and I'd have to imagine one of the best in the country at 19% conversion rate. That's what South Carolina's defense is holding opponents. And you look at Auburn on the flip side. They're terrible. 56% people are converting. And we talked about this a little bit last night again on Kimry's podcast. You can really demoralize an opponent when you can run the football and convert third downs. You really can. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think if South Carolina's time of possession is high, 34, 35 minutes like it's been, that's a great sign because that means we're staying on the field, we're converting third down, we're putting long drives together, and we're making it really, really tough on Auburn. So I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. Phil Carter Harris, if Muschamp finds a way to lose this game with an in-game decision, then the noise will be very loud in Cola on Sunday. Yeah, I agree. Again, this is just it comes to a crossroads in the sense you got to break through. You got to break through and win one of these games at some point. You just have to. So, SEC football. I can't talk. SEC football 2 time possession will be important in this game. In my opinion, we're better than the Barn at that. I think it'll be close and the Gamecocks will fight, but I think the Barn will win 27-24. You are the first person, dude, legitimately the first one I've seen that's picking Auburn to win. Like, literally. And I'm not, like, holding it against you. I'm just saying, like, it's wild that everyone's picking South Carolina. Like, literally everyone. Like, nobody's picking Auburn. Like, so. Tyler Noel says, Philip Carter Harris, I think he will lose the program if he loses this game this week. Yeah, I mean, it'll just go back to, this is why he's not the guy. I mean, that's what it will come back to. This is why he's not the guy. So appreciate you guys all tuning in. SEC Football Tube, you have a good day as well, my dude. In closing, go check out the podcast, episode 297, Auburn preview, breaking down the game. Also, fantastic DJ Swearinger interview Saturday. Watch Party at Overtime Bar and Grill to remind you. Guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Appreciate the love, support. Go Cox. We'll talk tomorrow. Thanks so much.